Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we're back with more Charade Maniacs. Continuing Ibana's route! Woohoo! We're full on in Ibana's route. I'm so excited. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because, if you watch the other game we record in tandem with this, if you're watching this like a year from now and I'll like binge watching this, like whatever. But like that doesn't make any, you don't know what I'm talking about there. But um God, I came back after Christmas and I was like, I was sick over Christmas. New Year's, I was like, still felt it in my lungs. I still have like a little bit of a cough and but it's so much better. But I'm gonna tell you, like, just that, like, no, I'm fine and I'm going to work and everything's and I'm doing my normal stuff, but like I still have something in my sinuses and my lungs. It's like just that those dredges of it. You're like, I'm so tired and I have no energy. And like I think all of a sudden getting rid of a majority of that, it's still a little bit there, but it's a fraction of what it had been like a week ago. And I'm like, that just makes me feel so much more energetic. Either that or I got really great sleep last night. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think I did. I still have a little bit of a cough there. That's just breathing. Breathing makes my lungs feel weird. But like God, I just feel I would come into record and I'd be like, okay, yeah. I'm like, I didn't have the energy, even though I want to do it and I enjoy these games and I like what, like, I just didn't have the full, like, my energy wasn't there. And I don't know, maybe it's because it's Ibana. So again, I feel like sometimes with this one, my energy isn't fully there because I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't know. There's weird stuff going on. I'm like, I like the concept and everything, but sometimes, and it could just be, I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's just some times where it's like, all right, this is the one we're playing right now. And I don't know what it is because we're not having a good time. You know what I mean? You know, how there's some games where you're like, I am slogging through and I hate every moment of my life, but we're going to do it. This isn't that. I think this is going to be one of those games that like I enjoy, but like I might not think about a year from now. You know, I might be like, oh yeah, we played that one. Yeah, okay, we had a good time, right? You know, like, but at the moment, I am like stoked for this because it's Ibana and he's my favorite and I love him. So like maybe that's it. I don't know. But Ibana coming back after and starting back in, the momentum is here because we're doing Ibana's route. So I'm kind of stoked. So like I'm curious about what's gonna happen. So I mean I don't want that to come across as like I'm not enjoying the game. I think there are times it definitely like frustrates me and I'm like, this doesn't make any damn sense and what the frick? And I don't think I still have my qualms against like I don't necessarily like the way they structured it with there's 3 locked routes, but then you get but it's like go in blind, but you can find out who the sponsor is, maybe the first route. And I don't necessarily like that, but I don't know any way they could have done that better. You know, aside from having more characters locked, maybe, or something. But like then that's weird. Like, I don't know. So then I'm just gonna have to go in and assume, you know, okay, yeah, we did Futami's route way too early. That's me. I don't particularly like that we did that. Fine. I guess I can't really blame the game for that. You know, I don't enjoy that. I think it took some of my enjoyment out of the game. Um, at that point, if we had tripped over Futami's route like next or something, maybe it would have been a little bit different, you know? So I got to take that, you know, leap of faith and be like, okay, that wasn't my favorite aspect, but I don't think, and I think for a time it was ruining my enjoyment of the game. So, like, fair, valid. I need to take a step back and be like, okay, let's just look at the game for what it is and just take that out and, like, yeah, okay, it sucks we figured that out early and I wasn't ready for, I don't know. But at any rate, I'm just excited we're doing Ibana. Woo! And I do enjoy this, don't get me wrong, but when it came between this and Radiant Tail, I was more in the, I want to play Radiant Tail, I really love that game, that's like my best game ever. So, like, I feel bad for this one because it can't compare, you know, in that respect. So, that's not fair to Charade Maniacs, okay? It's not really fair to this game. But now that I'm done with Radiant Tail, it's still going up at this time, but I finished recording it all. Now we're here and it's like, I can sit here. We've got nothing else happening right now yet. Okay, we haven't started a new game. Nothing. It's just this one right now for Ibana. And it's Ibana. So, like, I don't know. It's all wrapping up and making me just feel so much more excited about this. That was a long-winded way of being like, there were times where I was like, oh, this is what we're playing. Okay. Not disappointed about it, but also not like, woohoo! But now I am, woohoo! Okay, computer, what are you doing? Okay. My mouse was just sliding, and for some reason, all of a sudden, like, my search bar, I don't know, it was weird. Anyway. So let's get back into doing Ibana. He's not going to like it, but I'm going to have fun. It was past noon, and the expectation of a romance drama happening was over. Aw. I can't wait for that to have been foreshadowing and us to end up in a romance drama with Ibana. And I could totally see it playing out as like, he's refusing to do something, but we don't want him to get a punishment game, so then we kiss him or something and make that move, and like, that's what leads to like maybe feelings coming out, like, or him breaking down a little those walls, you know? Ooh! It might not happen like that, but I'm like, but it could, right? You could see it. I went to the library to research something. Guess who's here? I need to familiarize myself more with this world so that I can get more points. I'd bet anything he's here. Found a lot of books and data materials. Data on previous streams was also there, on top of materials on Arcadia itself. I felt that it was important to find time to check things like that. There he is! This is the worst timing, or the best. I didn't expect Ibana to be in the library. Sitting there researching any of the materials. I did when we were like, we went to the library! Ibana's here, you know it. He was the last person I wanted to meet right now. Nope, not for me. I like complete opposite! Oh, this is the worst timing, or the best. I didn't expect him to be here. I did. He's the last. Nope, he's the first person I want to see. Girl, you and me, opposite pages. Not that I want to avoid him. I definitely don't. I felt like I've been more of an honor student when it comes to practical things. I felt like I've always excelled at interacting. I'd always been able to get along with anyone and could count my fights with friends on one hand. And the fights with Ibana and would outnumber all my fingers and toes. I never thought things would get so hostile here. We're both cast members, so I felt that we should cooperate with each other. I should go back before Ibana sees me. Or you could just walk a wide berth around him and be like, and just ignore him. I tiptoed to try and leave quietly. Hey. Ibana's voice echoed. Ugh. When did the tables turn? Because normally we're like, hey, and he's like, ugh. And now he's like, hey, and we're like, ugh. I slowly turned around and our eyes met. He's already found me. Ugh, what is he gonna say to me now? About this morning. I had a feeling that things were slightly different in the moment. Ibana's eyes wandered about and he opened his mouth a few times in an attempt to speak. He tried to apologize. Then, when he finally said something, he was just being his usual spiteful self. Oh, never mind. You think for a moment he was like, about this morning, you know what? You suck. It's exactly what's happening in his head. No need to run away right when you see my face. But I thought you'd hate to be in the same space as me. I wouldn't go that far. Oh, really? I heard Ibana lightly tut his tongue at me. I fucking love him so much. Yeah, about this morning. Oh, God, what's he going to say? Is he going to apologize? And he's like, I should apologize. You don't have to run away just because I'm sitting here. I figured you wouldn't want me to be here. I didn't say that. But you hate me. No. So you like me? No. Jesus Christ. And then we're like, oh, yeah? Really? You don't hate me being here? God. Like, you don't understand anything. This boy can't grapple with his own damn emotions, and he's just like, oh my God, it's so funny. Oh, I love it so much. But he looked down awkwardly, like he wasn't directing his spite towards me. Oh, he's trying. He appeared unfriendly, but he wasn't angry. We didn't speak after that, and he went back to reading, but that was enough to change how I felt. Oh, I guess Ibana doesn't necessarily want to fight with me all the time. No, he just doesn't know how to react to you. I glanced over at Ibana a few times and walked over to him. By the way, Ibana, what are you reading? He glared at me for a moment, but after a short pause, he answered, It's a bit like a report for the Otherworld stream. A report? Previous cast member left some materials behind in this library. It's a simple memo, but a previous cast member? You really found something like that? Was it you? The data was overwritten on the electronic paper display originally stored in the library. The report was hidden in something with a completely different title. At least that's how it is from what I read. Oh, really? Surprised you found it. So what does it say? Wait, back up. I'm surprised you found it! Would your thought be like, I'm surprised you, wait, did you leave it? No, okay, then I'm surprised you found it. Like, wait, was it you? Are you the past cast member? What if it's Dazai? Okay, but, I mean, a past cast member, and then there's this, and you have to suspect it might be Dazai. Because we know he's another cast member. So, this cast member tried investigating and discovering the relationship between our world and Arcadia. Iochi was doing that. Our world and Arcadia. It says they wondered about the rumors in the real world concerning the Otherworld stream. They came up with a theory. Ibana read the report details out loud. I have no way of confirming this, but the rumors of the Otherworld stream must have been spread by someone proactively. We already kind of know this, though, so that's not any big news to us. I had the impression that there were more rumors. Rumors about how great the other... I heard that... Okay. I put a pause there, but it literally is... I had the impression that there were more rumors about how great the Otherworld... Tim! Stop drinking and typing! I had the impression that there were more rumors about how great the Otherworld stream... As opposed to people saying that they... Wait. Oh, wow. This... No, okay. Jesus Christ, Tim, you were really drunk. I had the impression that there were more rumors about how great the Otherworld stream as opposed to people saying that they saw it. I'm sorry, did you just blue screen like I blue screened? Okay. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be... I had the impression that there were more rumors about how great the Otherworld stream was as opposed to people saying that they saw it. Okay. So basically, there's more rumors about the Otherworld stream than anyone. Like, everyone's talking about how great it is, but no one's actually seen it. Oh my god, it's so great, blah, blah, blah. Did you see it? No. You know. It's possible the rumors were spread by the people of the Otherworld stream. If that's the case, that'd mean there are humans who worship the Otherworld stream and side with the monsters, however unbelievable it may be. And we know that for a fact. Because we've kind of seen it. I mean, I guess to be fair for this, if we hadn't done Futami's route before this, you know, this would give a little bit more insight into him and when he's, like, being a fanatic about it. Like, okay. But we've kind of already, like, he kind of already had that. So. It does sound convincing. Yeah, I agree. It's probably a reference to the sponsor. Right? I see the sponsor driving the rumors about the Otherworld stream. There's also video data. And see, and now we know this. But see, again, this is why... Again, this is on me. I probably should have done a little more research on it without doing a route order and finding and kind of going along with the, you know... I'm half on that. With the Reddit one that we're using. I'm glad we did Iochi's route before Ibana because I don't think doing Iochi's route before any of the ones that we've done so far, where they were originally supposed to be, because we don't know where Iochi's coming up in this. I like where we did Iochi. I don't have a problem with that at all. Doesn't ruin anything for me. Because Iochi being like, I have a partner, doesn't spoil really anything. You're like, ooh, there's someone else here that works for the Information Bureau, and then you start to wonder, and then you're like, is it Akase or is it Dazai? Because both of them snug up, you know what I mean? And like, and then when you find out Akase works for the Information Bureau, you're like, oh, Iochi's partner, okay, right? But doing Akase first, Akase doesn't spoil that there's another person in the Information Bureau. So you still get that little twist when Iochi reveals it, and you're like, oh, ooh! And then Iochi would be like, I have a partner, and you're like, oh, okay, it's Akase, because we already did that route, cool. Like, so neither one of those spoil the other, really, you know what I mean? I feel like Iochi doing that first, and getting the, I mean, I've already said this, so you guys already know, but doing the, like, I have a partner is like, ooh. that amped me up a little bit more, like, ooh, which one? Who is it? Okay, you know what I mean? I feel like it was a pretty safe assumption it was Akase, but you know what I mean? There was still like the little mystery around it. So I think doing Iochi before was better. I also like Iochi before Ibana because of the whole, like, right? Past participant? Yeah. Needling. And like, that was a little more fun in conjunction, because I didn't really think about it until we did Tomose's route and we found Ibana's arm, and then it was like, oh, you know? So like, Tomose's was really more foreshadowing for Ibana. So you definitely had to do that one first. But I definitely like where Iochi fit. I like that Iochi came before these other ones so far. So far in the routes we've done, I haven't seen anything where doing Iochi first really kind of ruins anything for anybody else. It kind of actually enhanced those other routes for me. But doing Futami where we did kind of like, it does sour it a little. This is more fun, and I think I would have gotten more out of Futami's route if we had seen certain things like this. So then when we started thinking of him as a sponsor, we're like, wait. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit more throughout the other routes where you're going to see little things about Futami where maybe he's going to seem a little more sus. Because I feel like I got bamboozled. Like, all of a sudden he's like, and I'm crazy. And you're like, what? The hell did this come from? Like, I don't know. And maybe that's the route itself. Like, no matter where you do it, you're still always going to get that feeling. I don't know. But, like, so it could just be his route in general is just like, all right, we're here. But, yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't suspect him, though. So, fair to the game, because, like, I didn't know if he seemed... But again, it was the second route, so... But to be fair, he was just there. He didn't really seem... He seems kind of like Chigasaki in some routes is just there. He's really nice. So, like, you feel like you can trust him, but at least, oh, Chigasaki's really nice. He's always kind of helping us out. That could be suspicious. Dazai is kind of just there, but still has a little bit more of a presence than Futami ever did. You know what I mean? Like, Futami was just there. Like, I guess we didn't get a chance throughout these other routes to kind of get a little more of an impression of him. Doing Tomose first makes sense because he's your best friend. They kind of give you his character right off the bat, like, here he is. You know, some people seem pretty suspicious right off the bat. Or, like, Ibana, well, you know he's a salty little cracker, right? We know this right off the bat. Futami's just there, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm the sponsor, and I'm great. And it's like, I didn't have enough time to really develop who you are or get any impression of you before here's this reveal. So I think that kind of soured it for me a little. Like, I don't really like that. But, you know, shit happens. So now seeing these little things, I think it would have been a little more exciting. Like, ooh, okay. Then maybe you would have seen it. I don't know. You know what I mean? But, yeah. And obviously there's going to be things that you're going to see. Like, yeah. We would have done Ibana before Iochi if we followed this, and then Iochi would have been making little needles. And I kind of like that they do that, because depending on if you just went in blind and did random routes, you're going to get a little bit, like if you did Iochi before Ibana, you get that little needling, and then you do Ibana, and you're like, oh! And then say you did Tomose afterward, you see the arm, and you're like, oh, we had done it first, okay! You know what I mean? So far, like, any of the routes we've done, if we kind of did them mixed up a little, fine, I'm okay with that, I see where they are. It's the Futami one that's really kind of throwing me, like, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, we did it, and now we know. And now we're getting little insights like this where we can now link it to Futami and be like, okay. See, we're getting a little more insight about the sponsor before we got to who the sponsor is. I think that would have been more helpful, you know? Maybe? I don't know. Oh, anyway. Video? Ibana manipulated his display to pull the data. To play the data, not pull it. Well, whatever. A man shown on the screen. From the subtitles, it seems that it's footage from a TV show. This week, the project begins again. Let us see who our next cast members will be. Congratulations! Welcome to our program! Hey, that voice... It's similar... Oh, it's supposed to be the director, okay. It's similar to the director. The way he talks is similar, too. Right, but he isn't wearing that weird mask, and this guy on the screen seems way more exaggerated. Yeah. His body type's slightly different, so maybe it's not the same person, but they do look similar. How can they look similar? The director is literally a robot. Hold on. Yeah, so the voice is similar to the director in the way he talks. Okay. Being over-exaggerated and being the director. Sure, okay, I get that. But he isn't wearing that weird mask. Yeah. And this guy on screen is more exaggerated. I mean, for Ibana saying his body type's slightly different, but they look similar. They can't really look similar when the director, you can see his wrist. Like when he's in his sleeve, so he looks like a robot. You know what I mean? Like not an actual person. Like body type slightly different, but it's similar enough. I guess that's what he's trying to say. But I'm curious because I always figured the director was a robot. Well, I mean, you could tell he was wearing a mask, right? Obviously. But then when you see his wrist, you're like, you got like knob, like you're... Ibana, are you the director? Because do we see both of his wrists, or we just only ever see his left? Robot wrist! No. I don't actually think Ibana's the director. We know he's a past participant. That's his secret. But maybe they modeled the director, like a director robot, off the original person that was the director, right? And one of our, if we already know who the sponsor is, if there's not two sponsors, Dazai's got some kind of secrets. He's the other person that's been here before, so there's something else going on with him. But I wouldn't put in that he's shady or suspicious. I'm still on Haiji being the producer because there's no way he's fucking 12. He's pretending, and he might actually be one of those Arcadians for all I know. Like there's something going on there. But I always thought Gyobu then would be the sponsor, and if he's not a secondary one, if they don't have two, because we know whose parents, was it Akase's parents that were both sponsors? Right? And then they brought their daughter in as a participant. Wasn't that what happened in his route? It's been like a month or more, okay? But like, so Gyobu could still be a sponsor. There could be two that don't know each other. Or he's controlling the director. The director's actually like a robot. Possible. Anyway. But it's interesting that they go back and there's like somebody that sounds like the director. And I wonder if just to keep it consistent, then they have like voice changing, obviously because he doesn't sound like Gyobu, but it's like, yeah, I'm controlling the robot, and it's like AI speak. You know what I mean? Like you can get the robot lady voice. So anyway, his body type's slightly different, so maybe it's not the same person, but do look similar. Are you sure it isn't the Otherworld stream? Those are regular people in the audience, and nothing seems weird like the programs here. However, if that's the case, why would this video be in the report? Ibana stopped the video and swiped at the screen. Text followed. The director's identity. Huh? So this person is actually the director? I don't know. It does look similar, but there's no evidence that would tie them together. Again, it's the look similar. You mean the body frame, because you can't see the director's face. We never have. He swiped the screen again. Different text appeared on the screen. Sponsor. A half-breed that exists. Fanatic. Text abruptly stopped there. Damn it. At least finish what you're writing. The person who wrote this is a previous cast member, then maybe... After writing that much, the person might have reached their dead end. I couldn't say it out loud, so I went quiet. Ibana turned off the display and stood up. Well, that's all from the data that I found. I'm gonna go look for more. Will you take back the video we just saw and show everyone? Do what you want. I don't care. Huh? Ibana, you're always like this. He disappeared into the bookshelves without saying another word. He left the data behind on the desk as if to tell me that I could copy it freely. For now, I'll copy it into my bangle. Maybe I should look for other data, too. As I went to the bookshelves, I realized something. Speaking of which, the name list I saw previously... It was the custody list that I discovered during the last time I came to the library. It had Ibana's and Dazai's names on it, and it also said they already took punishment games. It made me curious, so I went to look for that name list once more, and it's gone. What do you want to bet? Maybe not. Found it! Okay, not. I turned immediately to the last page. I hoped and worried at the same time that I'd actually misread it, and I went to the last page. Ito Ibana, 17, male, cast number 5, punishment game, left arm. Mei Dazai, 17, male, cast number 9, punishment game, right eye. Didn't misread it. Wondered what to do at the time. I wondered what to do at the time. I found Ibana sleeping there, and things were left vague. But it was time to think about it once more. I sighed a little and gathered my thoughts. I assumed that Ibana and Dazai were previous participants. Both of them decide to participate in the other world's stream again. I feel like instead of, you shouldn't go, hey, did you know? You should be like, so, can I ask you something? You're a past participant. Do you recognize anybody else here? You know what I mean? Because it seems like they were in the same cast. Did they return to retrieve the functions that they lost as described on the list? Ibana did tell me about his left hand. Nazai probably hasn't told anybody about his eye. What do I do? How do I treat this information? Do I tell everyone or not? If I tell everyone, remember the arguments that we had over and over again. We had suspicions about the traitor, about who we could believe in. I still couldn't decide as I reread the pages and noticed words written on the side. Storage location, Alice Somni. Is this the name of a place? Never heard of it, but I wonder if someone knows. I wrote a memo in my bangle and closed the list. I should do a little more research. If it's true that they're previous participants, then Ibana and Dazai aren't the producer at the very least, which means that neither of them is the traitor. Okay, so that's interesting. They're basically calling out here, if you're prior participants, you're not the producer. But, like, why? Why is that the automatic assumption? Like, I guess, again, because we don't know how the producer is picked or chosen or elected or volunteered or what, you know what I mean? We don't know how the producer becomes the producer. But it seemed like from Futami's route with the sponsor, it's like he picked us. Like, oh yeah, you identify with me. You be perfect. Like it's a multi-level marketing scheme here. You know what I mean? The pyramid scheme. I'm gonna hire you, and then you become the next sponsor. Like you have to go out and find other sponsors. You know what I mean? But then, so the sponsors are right. But is the producer always the same or always different? I don't remember if we discussed this. Or it came and got brought up. It would seem to me that the producer you'd think would be the same every time, but and maybe they've never joined the cast. I'm trying to think back because I remember Akase's parents were sponsors, right? And then Iochi's brother was a sponsor, but we've never ever had anything about the producer specifically. I feel like that's been shrouded in mystery, and we get a little more information about sponsors as we go, but not about the producers. So we don't. I don't know. I can't remember. So I feel like we haven't, but I don't know. Someone will tell me. Um if we have information about the producer, like we know that they're different each time, or do we not know and it's just an assumption? Like, huh. There's no need to rush this. But again, I mean, I just feel like but I don't see where there's any evidence that we've ever said just because someone's a prior participant means they can't be the producer. Was there anything that said that? Because I feel like, I mean, that's what the game's telling you right now, basically. Oh, hey, Ibana and Dazai aren't the producer. Okay. But is there a logical reason for that? Or you're just like, just trust us? I mean, like, they're not. Okay, I would trust that they're not, because, hi, I've already got my thoughts here. But I don't know if there was any place in the game where it said, oh, prior participants aren't ever going to be the producer. Is that like a rule in this thing? Like, or we're just like, the game just said that, so like just go with it? I don't know. Like, anyway. My eyes darted around as I looked at the other books on the shelves. Ibana caught my eye. He catches my eye all the time, especially in this pose too. Like his profile's beautiful. Ibana did tell me about his prosthetic arm, so maybe it's okay to ask him. Maybe it'll be fine to ask him if he knows about the custody list. I cautiously approached Ibana. I noticed he was focused on reading a book. He was concentrating so much he didn't even notice me as I approached him, and then just get really, really close. Lick him. Hey, Ibana? I called out to him. He was so surprised he dropped the book he was reading. What? Sorry I surprised you. You must have been concentrating. I picked up the electronic paper display that was by my feet. How to Talk to Girls. Stop! Don't pick that up! Huh? Why? He was really nervous when he said that, so I looked down and saw what the title said. You know it's going to be something like that. Oh my god! Stop it! Don't pick it up! I really thought it was going to be like, How to Talk to Girls. Seasoning basics, combining and preserving flavor. Don't read it! He snatched it away from me, but I saw the title, so I knew it was a cookbook. Why are you so embarrassed about a cookbook? We know you're a good cook. He's blushing, isn't he? Oh my god, this is adorable. You're like, it's a cookbook. You're a great cook, and you bake ridiculously delicious donuts that Akase stole when we all ate. Sir, I don't know why you're embarrassed about this. You must really love cooking. Shut up. Nothing wrong with a guy that cooks. I didn't say it was bad. I think it's amazing. Also, I love it when people are like, women should be at home in the kitchen making men's sandwiches. And it's like, most of the, top renowned world chefs and all that are men, right? So, men cooking is not, effeminate or anything weird. I don't understand why. I am a top chef. Wow, bravo, sir. I do the cooking in my family. What are you, gay? I don't understand where that comes from. Where in man logic? Because it's definitely, toxic masculinity or just, whatever logic. And women have this sometimes, too. Where it's, a chef. If you're a world-renowned chef, or you, oh, I work at a restaurant. I'm a chef there. I cook there. Wow. Okay. Totally manly. There's nobody's like, oh, what are you, are you a woman? Oh, nothing about that. It's totally fine. But the second a man cooks at home for his family is gay or some shit. Where did we, all of a sudden, why is that the thing? But I feel like Ibana's subscribing to that. It's not weird that I like to cook. No, it's, sweetie, no one ever said it was. If you want to wear a pink frilly apron, I'm down for that too, because I actually think that'd be sexy. I get it. We're still in the place where a man wearing a skirt is offending everybody, but it's just an article of clothing. It's a singular tube that goes on your lower half. Doesn't matter if it's one tube or two tubes. Covers your lower limbs. Totes fine. Anybody can wear anything. If women can wear pants, 2 tubes on your legs, 2 leg tubes. I just like saying tubes. Okay. Then a man can wear a singular leg tube called a skirt. It's fine. It's not gay. It's totally, it's clothing. It's an article of clothing that goes on your body. I don't understand why we have to freak out about this, but maybe we should get over these stereotypical gender norms that are bullshit, okay? But the cooking one, I kind of understand the whole, clothing thing and whatever. We're trying to get away. You know what I mean? It's been so rooted for so long. Okay, so, I get it. Some people aren't going to get past this and, it's going to take time. But, the cooking thing I never understood. You're a chef. Woohoo! You go, sir! You're awesome! I cook at home and somehow there's something wrong with that. It's cooking. It's still the same thing. It's not the difference between, oh, you're cooking a manly steak and you like to bake fruity cakes. I don't understand why you would think cooking cakes makes you any less manly, but I can understand that because at least it's okay, there's some toxic masculinity illogic where it's a cake that's girly and a steak is manly, but being a chef, even a pastry chef, nobody looks down upon that, but cooking in your own home is, listen, it's ridiculous. And Ibana, stop it. Nobody's looking down at you. It's amazing. I want a man to cook for me. Hell's fucking yeah. Also, do you mind dusting my apartment? Because my house, I don't like to dust. So if you could do that, that's sexy as shit. I had an ex that did that one time for me. Because it's all his mom would let him do, when he was a kid. To help clean. Was yeah, my mom would let me dust. And I'm do you want to dust my apartment? I don't like dusting. I hate it. So he was dusting with a feather. He's over there dusting my bar. And I sat there with a glass of wine and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, I'm just sitting here and you are dusting my shelves. Carefully, gently. I'm like, oh! Dream come true is all I'm saying. That was perfect. Now I just need you to cook. Ibana just dust for me as well. Sold. Tomose would do whatever I asked. I'm just throwing that out there. But he's not Ibana. Anyway. I didn't say it was bad. I think it's amazing. You should probably dust for me and maybe put on a skirt once in a while. The cupcakes you made the other day were delicious, so I was hoping you'd make them again. You sure are selfish. I thought I'd put him in a bad mood again. Ibana returned the book to the shelf as he left the library. No, he's like, you're selfish, and then inside he's like, oh, you should like my cupcakes. Oh. Don't follow me. Leave me alone. He said that coldly and shut me out. All I could do now was to watch him as he left. I wasn't able to ask him what I wanted to know. I love that he gets so embarrassed that he's reading a cookbook. Like, sir, we know you cook. Somni. I never heard of that. This is how it's spelled, but maybe it's pronounced differently. Either way, it doesn't ring a bell. Even if it's the name of some place here, there's no way to track addresses in this world. Right. I'll try to research it some more. Thank you. Yeah, I have something to research, so I'm heading out for a bit. I'll return before dinner. Sure thing. Bye. When I returned to the lodging, I talked to Akase in the living room about the name written for the storage location. The information gathering team searched more details, but even Akase didn't recognize that name. I didn't know what to do. Also, wasn't it in Futami's route where he, killed Akase? And again, I feel like if we had done Akase's route first and knew... I think we kind of already suspected he might have been Iochi's partner, but I feel like if we knew, and then you get to Futami, then it made it seemed a little more suspicious. Like, wait. As opposed to, oh my god, it must have been an accident. It would have been like, he works for the Information Bureau, you know? I thought that it might be the name of a place in Arcadia, but if it isn't... I heard a sound coming from the kitchen. I realized that it was almost evening, so I decided to start preparing dinner. Oh, right. I should at least prepare the rice. I stepped inside the kitchen, then realized my mistake. Oh, right. I knew it would be Ibana. Huh? Hell is your problem? We're basically become Ibana a little bit. We're like, oh, right, it's you. And he's like, the fuck is your problem? And we're like, you're my problem. And he's like, why do you got an attitude with me just because I exist? Sir? Hot kettle. Hello. Nice to meet you. I love it. I stepped into the kitchen without thinking, but I should have known that Ibana would be the one preparing dinner earlier than anyone else. I wasn't ready to see him, so I couldn't hide my nervousness. Bird. You can't stretch like that. Your face is jammed into my esophagus. Okay, you okay? Nothing. Let me help for now. I don't need your help. I'm not making anything elaborate. There you go again. Are you trying to start another fight like this morning? We're on the same team, so I want you to let me help you, and it'll be faster if we work together. Do what you want. He loves it. Eventually, I received his approval to help him out this time around. You know what's going to happen is, when we fall in love, he's going to be like, I always liked having you around, and even though I told you to get out and shut up, I loved every time you ignored me. And we're like I'm supposed to fucking know that? Like, you think he's being totally rational, despite the fact that he's completely irrational and crazy? Ibana's a good cook, and he's highly skilled overall, so I followed his instructions as I prepared the ingredients. I'll make the boiled rice with veggies. You cut the ingredients for the stewed beef. It'll be potatoes, onions, carrots. What else? Be sure to boil shirataki noodles, too. Sure thing. I wondered if he was making a casserole with rice when I saw Ibana seasoning chicken and getting some root vegetables from the refrigerator. He glanced to watch me cutting the vegetables when he briefly stopped at the sink. Guess it's okay since there's no one else here. I wondered what he was talking about, and Ibana removed the glove from his left hand to start washing the burdock. Oh. He's like, no one else is here. Oh! Look! We can see his... I love this, though! We're sitting here with this little CG, and we get to see a little bit of his robot hand. Aww. Sweet. Hey! What? I already saw it the other time. I did, but are you sure? Gloves get in the way. More likely to drop vegetables, and shredding things is harder too. What if someone else shows up? No one else is here right now, but I'll hide it when someone comes. You know, still haven't told anyone about my arm. Thought you'd just start blabbing on about it. Would it be okay if I did so? No, not really. If you're that worried, you could have told me to keep quiet about it. Oh, shut up. I showed it to you myself, and forcing you to keep quiet makes me look dumb. Yeah, maybe it would have been better not to show me. Huh? You didn't want to know? It's like, maybe you shouldn't have shown me. He's like, what? But I trust you. You didn't want me to trust you? Like, that, he just took a little personal offense to this. That's not what I meant. I'm happy to know that you trust me when it comes to this. Huh? That isn't it at all. Are you stupid? Aw, if I'm stupid, then you're careless. If you said you'd hide it if someone comes, and then it makes you look dumb for telling me to keep quiet. I think you don't take good care of your prosthetic. Won't it rust if you use it to cook like that? I said it won't rust. Did you forget already, stupid? You know, listen, I'm gonna need you to pin me against a bookcase in the library and call me an idiot. But like washing dishes and constantly calling me, or washing vegetables and calling me stupid works as well, I guess. It's not as good. I need you to push me against a wall when you call me this. But like the fact that you keep calling me stupid, I'm into it. You know what warms my heart, right? I'm fawning. If I wasn't fawning already, which I have been the whole time, I'm doing it so much more now. Why do they always make the little bitches the ones with the glasses? Why are they always such little cocky assholes? I love it so much. Like a weakness. Okay, the glasses ones aren't always, but when it's the combination of like this prickly bitch, but then they also have the glasses, God damn, gets me every time. Always gonna lose. I'm always gonna lose to them. Fine, I guess I'm stupid. We continued our childish exchange when we heard a sound from the stairs. Someone was coming down. There, someone's coming. Hurry up and hide it. Seriously, this is such a pain. Oh, he's got his glove back on. It doesn't even seem like you want to keep it a secret. Jeez. Oh, we're already cooking? Should I help? No need for that. Just go back to your room. It'll be a pain. More ways than one. And then we know what that is. Ibana, that's a bit... Oh, you two sure are fast. Do you need help? What's that sigh for? Big bro Ibana would rather be alone with big sis Sana, I think. I wasn't even... Like, I love that he inferred that about us. Like, it'll be more of a pain in the ass if you're here, and it's more because then he doesn't have to wear his glove. And like, I wasn't even thinking that anyone was going to infer something weird like that, but I love it. Good job. Oh, I see. And these two lovebirds sure do spend a lot of time together. Yes, we are lovebirds. We'll never be lovebirds. Lies! Liza Minnelli! You're so quick to deny that. I think we're like, you're really quick to deny that. I am, you know what? Just because you're so quick to deny that, fall in love with me. In the end, the four of us cooked together, and the dinner prep ended quickly. I used my freed up time to talk to Iochi, who had remained in the kitchen. Speaking of which, Iochi, there's something I'd like to ask you. What is it? Have you ever heard the name Palasomni? Oh, it does sound familiar. I think it's the name of a shop. Shop? You know, the street with lots of stores. I think it's the name of one of those antique shops. Wait, when he said the shops in my brain, I was like, oh, okay. It is. It's the shop that... I was wondering, but I let him finish talking. It's the shop that we found Ibana's arm in. That we accidentally fell into with Tomose. So we're going to go in there and see, and there's going to be an eye. And really, thank you. What about it? Well, I was doing some research. I'll let you know more about it once I have more information. Iochi looked a bit perplexed, but smiled in response. I'm glad I asked Iochi. So it was a shop's name. I can't wait to go and find Ibana's arm again. I'll go check it out tomorrow. I'm sure there's something there. Yes, there is. They probably said the name of the store when we were in Tomose's route, but I forgot it. And the next day, I came down to the living room full of motivation to go to the shop. He's sleeping right here. Gyobu was sleeping on the sofa in the living room. Seeing the board games scattered on the table, I'm guessing he was playing them in a bigger space. He's such a slob. Gyobu, your tummy is exposed. I talked to him, but of course he didn't wake up. I had a feeling it'd be like this, but I didn't know what to do about it. How about giving him a blanket? But there isn't one in the living room. Feels off to go and get one for him. Wake up. Come on, cover your tummy. You'll get the chills. He's not waking up. At least it'll cover his stomach up. I reached out to him, but then, for some reason, he grabs my hand and hugs me. Did you think I was asleep? I'm the one that wants to scream right now. You tried to touch my gut. You lewd girl, you. I was trying to hide it. Jeez, why were you pretending to sleep? And let me go! Oh, Ibana's gonna see this and get so mad, because he hates Gyobu. He hates everybody, I feel like, but you're here anyway. Let's just sleep together. It's a bit cramped here, so wanna come to my room? I'm gonna get mad. Let me go. Aw, alright. If I do this, Kay's gonna be mad at me. Sorry about that. Kay? Oh, you mean Ibana? Why would he be mad? Because you two are close. I've never seen Kay get into arguments with someone like that. How can you look at that and say that I'm always getting yelled and say that I'm always wait, how can you look at that and say that I'm always getting yelled at? I think it's supposed to be, how can you look at that and say that? I'm always getting yelled at. Kay hates women, so it's a miracle he's even talking to a girl. And it's not him just yelling at you, but he's actually having an argument. He's having an actual argument, sorry. I think that's proof that you two are close. I don't really mind it. Alright, let's ask him. That should solve everything. Gyobu tapped at his bangle and started to type up a message. Alright, message sent. Like, his side profile's pretty too. You sent... What? To Ibana? Yep, I called him here. I'm gonna be your Cupid that brings you two together. How dare he? It'd be nice if we weren't arguing, but Gyobu, you definitely misunderstood. Hey, you know there are boys that can never be honest with their feelings. Kay's a typical example of that. He really fucking is. I guess I sort of understand. See, it'll work out with you two to figure out how he can tease out his honest feelings and words of love. I'll work out with you. Okay. I'll work with you. Okay, I read that totally wrong. That was me. I can't read. I'll work with you to figure out how he can tease out his honest feelings and words of love. Ugh. You definitely misunderstood something. No, I think he's right on the money, but I haven't. I know that Kay's interested in you. I wanted to believe that was a misunderstanding, but I wondered about what he was saying when I saw him smile like that. You know, Gyobu, you know a lot about Ibana. Well, yeah. You go to the same school, so are you two acquaintances? No, the first time I met him was here. Then, how? Just as I was about to get an answer from him, I heard something from behind. I turned around and saw Ibana. This is interesting because Ibana leading more into like curiosity about Gyobu, and it's like, is it because you're the director and you have to know everybody? He does have a little bit of like there is something like we read Iochi has this one, but there is something about Gyobu that's a little like playful and a little like I could see that parallel in the director if we're going that route. You know what I mean? I could see it. It's not like, oh, okay, I wasn't like if they went down that, you'd be like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see. I could, yeah. You two, what are you doing in the living room? Die. Wow, telling us to die right away. We were just talking. You're too close. You disgust me. You're too close to him and now I'm mad. Aw. This is disgusting. If I told you about how we hugged and rolled around, you'd probably flip out. If you do that where I can see you, I'll seriously kill you. Slipping out from jealousy. He's definitely not jealous. And besides, he was the one who hugged me. Oh, please. Both of you need to be more honest. Hey, Kay, she wants to be friends with you. Why not be nicer to her? Huh? That's a dirty lie. I'm not lying. Okay, if you like her too, then you can be nicer to her. What? You're the crazy one here. You're incomprehensible. Oh, you're glaring. My, how scary. I feel like the more Gyobu talks, the more I'm just making him, like, out there and over the top. Like, don't know what's happening. Gyobu, you don't look scared at all. Just as we were in the middle of such a hostile conversation, I heard that familiar sound. Oh, it's a drama. I got it too. Hey, only your bagels are ringing. Oh, it's a drama with you and Kay. When I saw the screen, I noticed that Ibana and my names were on there. Please tell me it's a romance. Stream status. Drama starts in 3 minutes. Stream content. You know what love is. Episode 1. Yes! Like, you know what love... I couldn't even get to it without the joy seeping out. You know what love is. Episode 1. I'm sorry. Do you think Gyobu put in his bank? I'm sending a message to Ibana, but he's like, do a romance drama with these two. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm sus of it. Genre, romance drama. Cast, Hazuaki, Keito Ibana, Amy. Amy? Like Amy. E is like Amy? Like maybe it's supposed to be like Amy, but it's Amy? I'm not great with the pronunciations. Anyway, Spacey Sana. A romance drama. The day finally came. I hoped it would never come, but it's rare that when things go your way. It's rare that things go your way. I was hoping, so this went my way. I'm glad. I wondered how Ibana would react and looked at him, but he had his eyes closed and looked depressed. Ibana... Okay, she's calling you. Shut up. I just said she's calling for you. I said shut up. Damn it. Why me? It's probably better I don't talk to him. It was obvious that he was angry about the situation, so I stopped talking to him and checked the script. There isn't a kissing scene, so I think this should be okay. I'll keep my distance and... Yeah, it'll be fine. As I confirmed the details, we were transported to the drama's stage. You know, it would be interesting if he just kisses us even though there's not a kiss. That'd be fucking amazing. After I finished reading the script, I looked around the park we were teleported to. God, I'm sorry. Oh, look at his cute little shirt! Ibana was transported near me. I noticed him sighing while reading the script. He definitely looked melancholic. Ibana hates women, so I'm sure he hates doing romance dramas. I think it's so funny he hates women. He's afraid of you. It's different. Ibana just has to hear me asking him out, so that content should be okay, I think. The drama started. I love it. I'm so excited about this. I said the first line. I made sure to keep as much distance as I could when I called out to him. Kazuaki, sorry for calling you out here. I have a hard time saying it at school. Kazuaki, you're always surrounded by other people, so I need some time to talk alone. Sorry. I'm sorry, just like having some fun with this. He was supposed to respond to me, but Ibana didn't respond. I didn't have a choice, so I continued. I want to ask you, Kazuaki, are you dating anyone right now? No. Oh, he answered that. I felt relieved as I said my next line. Oh, really? That's good. There's something I've always wanted to say, Kazuaki. When you picked up the pen that I dropped, I felt so happy when you did that for me. It might look like an ordinary pen, but you realized that it was important to me. You were so careful when you handed it back to me. What the fuck even is this? From that day on, I couldn't help but follow you with my eyes. Thanks to that, I realized it. The script says that he was supposed to agree. Ibana looked annoyed. He wasn't like the mild-mannered Kazuaki in the script. He did. Oh, whoops! I totally clicked that by accident. Sorry. He didn't seem motivated at all. Well, even if he doesn't respond, I guess this drama still works. Kazuaki, you're always kind to everyone. Kazuaki. Anyway, You're kind to the boys and girls, and you're always smiling. I think you're amazing. I wouldn't be able to do that to everyone. There's some I don't get along with, and I'm nice to the people that I like. I'm self-conscious about how people see me. But I do my best not to be like that. I want to try and be a little more like you, Kazuaki. Maybe I may be pushing it, but I came to ask a favor. Ibana had been looking away angrily, but he looked at me when I said that line. It was important, so I felt relieved. But his expression remained cold as he stood there, looking down at me. This is the opposite of what's in the script. Kazuaki was supposed to be warm while Amy declared her feelings for him. But he seems to have no intention of doing that. I want to be someone special to you, Kazuaki. Maybe it's impossible now, but I hope that changes. Do you like me too? I love you, Kazuaki. Oh, I love you! His face. It felt a little embarrassing to say those lines, but then I saw Ibana's expression in front of me. I forgot any semblance of shame and just thought of it as part of a drama. Kazuaki, I'll try to become your girlfriend. So please, will you please leave space for me? I felt that I was doing well. I saw that I was getting points, so it felt fine to keep things up. All that's left is Ibana's response. He's just going to reject me, so that's okay, right? Not supposed to in the script, I bet. She's like, he's just going to reject me. He's not gonna. After Kazuaki heard the confession, he'd say, I'm sorry, but that's impossible because I don't know what love is. That's how he'd respond. That is 100% a line written specifically for fucking Ibana. It's impossible, I don't know what love is, and I'm afraid of girls. That's how he was supposed to respond. How were you able to be so serious with this? Huh? Unfortunately, that's impossible is my line. I don't think that's unfortunate at all. Wow, he is saying the line, but after all said and done, you seem to enjoy playing this little game of romance. Probably are also... It can't be helped, even if it's a game. You have to give me your response. You already know that Ibana hates these dramas, and he also hates girls and me just as much. It's funny because it's fake, and yet he's like... He's like, how are you able to be so serious here? Because it's fake. We're acting a drama. Unfortunately, it's impossible is my line. I don't think it's unfortunate at all that it's impossible. Like, it's weird that he's, like, having a breakdown instead of, like, putting up a... It's unfortunate because I can't let, like, he gets to reject us. Like, you think he'd want that, but yet he can't stay in character. It's kind of interesting. But unless we do this, the drama won't end. I tried to convey that with my eyes, to no avail. Oh, we get a little CG of him. Sweet. So you just need me to say no? Well, here it is. No. There's nothing else to say. Ugh. Staggered a bit by his responses. Either way, Imi's rejection was over. Okay, sorry I troubled you, but I won't give up. I'll do my best so that you'll learn what love is. Please let me love you, Kazuaki. Ibana was stone-faced, unlike the gentle smile that the script called for. It felt like he was expressing nothing but hatred, but you know what I love about this is like, I'll make you love me, damn it, is basically what we're gonna do to Ibana. This is so stupid. Probably the same. Huh? What did he say just now? After my one-sided confession ended, so did the drama. Like, there's something else going on. Did you, like, have a crush on a girl and you asked her out? And he's gonna be like, when I was, like, 10, I asked this girl and she rejected me. So, like, I hate girls now. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be something ridiculous where you're like, you idiot, get over it. That was, like, a decade ago. You know what I mean? Like, good work. Wow. That was a heart-pounding drama. I have a feeling, you know what I mean? Like, if he's not the director... Okay, but like I feel like you could write in there like, okay, you kind of got the drama of being the director, and I'm gonna text Ibana to get him to come down here, and then you're like, do a thing with these two, knowing that he was probably just gonna show up anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a little sus. Then we ended up in a drama, or maybe he's like request a drama, but a romance drama between Spacey and Ibana, like, you know. I feel like I want to blame him for how this conveniently happened right now, but Gyobu hit us with the with a sarcastic comment. There was no other way to explain it. Oh, I should have stopped here, but sorry. Seriously? I was so worried about what he would say next, my heart wouldn't stop pounding. Yep, it was so amazing. The act felt so real. Hey, especially those final moments, am I right? It wasn't an act. It was being serious. Oh, really? But you were rejecting a girl who asked you out. That's correct, but that's not how he was supposed to do it. The script... There's no way I'm following the script. Just watching you act in front of me made me feel sick to my stomach. I feel like this right now. You're like, why would anybody else acting in front of you, and why does this make you feel sick to your stomach, and like whatever, and like it's because you. I my thought on this is like, this normal us, her, the main character would be like, why in the fuck would me reading goddamn lines in a drama make you feel sick to your stomach? And it's because he does like us, like you was, oh, he think he likes you, whatever. We're like, yeah, okay, whatever, like. And so us being like, I'm in love with you, whatever. And he's like, ugh. Because he's thinking, yeah, you're saying this, but you don't mean it because you're just reading scripts and you would never actually say this to me, but he wants us to. Like, I feel like that's the underlying issue here. And then I'm wondering, because he was a past participant and this just occurred to me, like, what if, like, he was here or whatever? I mean, I do think his whole issue with women is that he's awkward, whatever, but maybe he was interested in someone at one point, said something, and she just like laughed. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, like I never date you, you freak, or something. Was kind of rude to him, and like now he's just got a complex. But then I wonder, was it like, okay, yeah, that happened when you were 10, sweetie, I'm gonna need you to move on, or a girl in the prior, you know what I mean, like that was in the prior group with him, you know what I mean? I don't want to be the replacement for a girl that got no, well, she went back. But you know what I mean? But you wonder if, like, he went back and was like, you know, we spent some time in this drama together and, like, kind of like you. And she's like, ah, yeah, right, no. You know what I mean? And rejected him. I feel like he's been rejected before and he just can't get over it. And then his whole comment right here is because he's thinking in his head, yeah, you'll never say that to me. So, like, watching you say this shit in a drama makes me sick because he's got this defensive wall up, you know? Hey, taking things too far. I can't help it because it's a drama. Surprised you can say you like someone when you don't. You dress yourself up vainly with lies. Is that how you live your life? This is stupid. He snapped at me and I didn't know how to respond. I would not have responded to that either. He's like flipping out like, oh, you dress yourself up in lies. You tell someone you love them when you don't. And you're like, it's a wait, what? Like his inner complex is coming out. Did my best. Why do you have to say that? What if I refused to act in the moment and ended up taking the punishment game? Is that what you want to see, Ibana? I didn't go that far. Don't twist my words and then pretend to feel hurt. Pretend to feel hurt! Dude, he has no self-awareness. Mean that someone won't feel hurt after being so mean is crazy. Just think of what I said as part of a drama. No need to care as long as it's an act, right? I didn't say that I don't care what you say to me. Even if it's just a drama, if someone was being mean to me, I'd still feel hurt. But you can still participate in the romance dramas. Huh. You make me sick. You feel hurt if you hear bad things in a drama, but you don't mind saying you like someone? They're both dramas. They're lies put on for show. You just separate yourself from it and blur the lines between lies and reality. But that's what a drama is. All women lie brazenly. Useless to trust you. Were you in a drama with a girl and it was like a romance drama and then you were taking it as the truth when it wasn't and now you're like, did you misconstrue a drama for reality and because you're crazy, now you're flipping out on everybody? He's got some shit going on. Every single word you say has ulterior motives, so it's stupid to even listen to you. Or when he was here before, a girl pretended to be interested in him, whatever, as like a ploy to try to, you know what I mean? You know? Yeah, there's something going on. He definitely got hurt by someone. And I feel like it was like, oh, I believed that when she said she liked me, but she really didn't. She was just using me, and then that's caused all his trauma. Why would you think that all girls are like that? Ibana, haven't you ever liked someone even a little bit? No, and I won't ever from now on either. When Ibana said that, he left the living room. It was like talking to a wall. That's how it felt. I clenched my fist when he left me behind. It was the first time anyone had ever criticized me and turned me down like he did. Hey there. Hello? What? You're so cute when you're angry. The poor thing. Want me to comfort you? No, thank you. Oh, really? I was a bit surprised there. I never heard Kay say things like that. He's never said it like that? Well, you're right. He's never been that harsh. I know, right? He's always angry, but he's never completely denied someone like that. I feel like there was something behind his words just now. See? I feel like this is something the director would not. I'm just. Sir! Director, sponsor, whatever fucking secret you're hiding, you know shit. And what is that? It's me. I don't know. Maybe he really does hate girls. It's no laughing matter. He didn't have to go that far. You okay? You want me to mediate for you? You failed the first time. Oh, did I? I think that now's your chance, honestly. I don't want a chance. I don't have to be considerate to Ibana in the first place. We were on the same team. We made desserts together. I thought we finally could talk a bit more. I thought we'd grown a little closer. But it wasn't like that at all. Ibana still hated women, and he lumped me into this category of people he hated. Honestly, realizing that, I feel hurt. Oh, that's because we like him and we don't want to admit it. I love it so much. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, he's got some drama going on, so we're going to figure out exactly what it was. Like, you trusted someone and they hurt you, or like you liked someone and they laughed in your face, or like some kind of combination, and that's why you hate like women. Or your mom lied to you and ran away, and like this is a mom issue. I don't know. Like, there's something, you know? So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.